Hello and welcome everybody. Michigan Wolverines hockey at Yost Ice Arena. My name is Jake Singer alongside my good friend Eddie Olejniczak. So glad to have you all alongside us as we get you ready for Michigan hockey's first Big Ten game of the season against the Ohio State Buckeyes right here on WCBN Sports. This season has been an up and down battle for the Maize and Blue, splitting their first two series against Providence and UMass this season. Michigan currently is ranked number 7th in the country in the latest poll, dropping one spot after splitting its second straight series against UMass. Michigan took a 7-2 lead on Friday night, and they held that game. And then through Saturday, they took a 2-0 lead to the third period, and then they completely collapsed, giving up 6 straight goals and eventually losing 6-3. Eddie, so great to have you alongside me. What happened last weekend for the Michigan Wolverines as they collapsed to UMass on Saturday?
Yeah, good to be here, Jake, and it was kind of a disappointing weekend for the guys there. They came out firing that first day, 7-2 win, going on the road against another Big East opponent that's been solid the past couple years. They came back on that Saturday, and they looked like a completely different team. So Michigan looking to rebound here against the conference rival.
Before I move on, let's pause for just a moment for the national anthem. Stay right there. Thank you, everyone, for pausing with us for the national anthem. Eddie, just talking about the UMass loss last week and the Wolverines splitting that series. Today, though, they take on the Ohio State Buckeyes, probably the most fierce rival of the Michigan Wolverines. Ohio State enters this series 1-1-1, tying and beating Lindenwood and defeating Mercyhurst University. They entered this season with a lot of talent from their freshman class and used the transfer portal a ton, adding 15 newcomers to the roster in 2023. They're also a team that has been able to share the wealth. 13 Buckeyes in the scoring column through the first 3 games. Eddie, what can we expect to see from Ohio State tonight?
Yeah, this is a different look from what we've seen from the Buckeyes in the past. They seem to be playing more as a team, although the team talent doesn't seem to be there like it was in the past with losing guys such as Tyler Duke and many others to the NHL. They look to be a different team. They're playing more as a team when in the past the storyline for the Buckeyes was individual play and kind of getting out there to being a prospect. But tonight the goal for the Wolverines is they got to just come out strong because Ohio State has been dominant going into the third period as they've seen from their first 3 games.
These teams have actually just met 9 times in October in the 159-game series. Kind of hard to believe that. Michigan, though, still very young, obviously losing Adam Fantilli, losing Blue Q so far this season. A lot of new faces for the Michigan Wolverines as we spoke on the last 3 games. Who is one player that's really stood out to you this season?
Yeah, I got to go with Warren. I think him on defense and coming in as the grad transfer has been a great addition for the Wolverines, and it's definitely looked into their defensive skill and holding their opponents to lesser goals.
Just before puck drop here, right now, Michigan Wolverines, Ohio State Buckeyes, Frank Nazar in the center circle for the Wolverines, and we're off. Michigan wins the faceoff. Warren is in there right now with Ernesi. Shifsky's in there, took a quick shot, got deflected. He's in there with Warren and Jacob Trescott. Quick shot and it goes out of play for Ohio State. The forwards, Mac Montez, Patrick Guzzo, and Cam Thiesing with Damian Carfagna and Scooter Bricky in right now. 19:28 left here in the first period. Nazar just dumps it in. The Wolverines get a full line change, finally getting their number ones in. Rucker McGroarty, Gavin Brindley, Josh Ernesi, Tyler Duke, and Jacob Truscott in right now. Duke gets boarded by number 19. That's Holiday for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Duke tries a hand pass in. They're going to call, I believe, an offsides here. As we get our first stoppage of the game, 19:04 left here.
Yeah, interesting play there from the Michigan Wolverines. Seem to be coming out firing in that middle zone when the first 3 games in their schedule they stayed in their own offensive zone.
Stephen Holiday up against Gavin Brindley. Holiday wins the faceoff. Ohio State dumps it in there. In net, Jake Barczewski for the Wolverines. And for Ohio State, we got Logan Turness. Dylan Duke able to beat the Ohio State defender for just a second. We got another whistle right here in the Ohio State zone.
Looks like a deflection out of play there off of Ohio State Buckeyes stick deep in the zone. But as we talked about earlier, Jake, kind of the key for these Wolverines is keeping in the offensive zone. They've had some struggles scoring early on, and the more shots they can get off, the better tonight.
Well, we see from Ohio State, they've also struggled scoring a little bit early on, so it's going to be who's going to break first here, who's going to break the scoring column. 18:48 left here in the first period. TJ Hughes loses the faceoff to, I believe that's number 93, Carfena. Wolverines, quick scoring opportunity. Moldenhauer just missed left. The freshman almost getting the Wolverines on the scoring column first. Some skip fighting right here by Jackson Halem. Halem sends down to Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer just touches it, so it's not going to be a icing call here. Ohio State wraps it around the boards. McBriar. Luca Fantilli, though, holds on to it. Stephen Holtz now has the puck. Sends it into TJ Hughes. Just gets deflected into the Ohio State zone, so the Wolverines have another line change. Now we have a whistle.
It's like a penalty coming up here for the Wolverines.
I believe that's going to be on number 24, Stephen Holtz. We're going to say tripping on Holtz. So 18:03 left here in the first period, Eddie. 1 shot to 0 shots, Wolverines lead, but really quick power play opportunity here for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and I like the energy the Wolverines came out with tonight. This is kind of the energy they need to come out starting against the Buckeyes, and this is usually when they win the big games, is when they come out firing away like this.
Garrett Shifsky in there right now with Montez. Montez wins the faceoff. Bricky sends it up top. Ohio State just trying to send the puck around, but the Wolverines, nice clear opportunity there. Ohio State players just losing control of the puck. Has to send it all the way down to Logan Turness, the goalie for Ohio State. Buckeyes try again, enter the Michigan zone. Thiesing, left side. Quick shot, nice save there by Barczewski. Thiesing, now along the boards with Seamus Casey of Michigan. Ernesi's in there as well. And another clear opportunity there for Seamus Casey. The Wolverines will get a line change. Nice work there. First 45 seconds of the penalty kill for the Wolverines. Ohio State bidding its time behind their own zone. Brent Johnson brings it up, sends it back now. Stephen Holiday, back to Johnson. Holiday, now to Johnson again. And the Buckeyes try to regroup. 53 seconds left here on the power play opportunity for the Buckeyes. No shots so far. Holiday moves into the zone, goes in left side, sends it back to Johnson. Johnson working, still left side, tries to send it across the right side. Quick shot, and it gets deflected. Wolverines just trying to get the puck out of the zone. Frank Nazar finally does. Nice work there by the Wolverines. 30 seconds left here on the power play. 1 shot on goal so far for Ohio State. 16:28 left here in the first period. Davis Burnside gets it stolen away from him, and Keenan Draper of the Wolverines sends it in once again. That's 4 clears, I believe, here on the power play. 9 seconds left, and Ohio State just have to wait till full strength as Seamus Casey bodies number 10, I believe that's Thomas Wise, and the Wolverines are back to full strength. Marcus Stoppa keeping the puck in the Ohio State zone. Dylan Duke wants it. He's going in right side. He's trying to move it all the way around. There's a goal right there for Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke with the goal for the Wolverines. And Michigan just coming to full strength, take an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Wolverines, like we were just talking about, have to fire first. And I know it's not going to get talked about much, but Gavin Brindley on that power play there, he saved the goal for the Wolverines with a little bit of a hand pass that wasn't called, but still a save, and that set that up and that push when they returned to full strength right out of the box there.
Dylan Duke moving it all the way from the right side, trying to backhand it. It ricochets, I believe, off number 28, William Smith of Ohio State. Nonetheless, it's going to be a goal for Dylan Duke. And Wolverines take an early 1-0 lead, 15:50 left here. We believe now that the referee just told us there is going to be a review, Eddie, for goaltender interference. Now, Dylan Duke, as I just said, moved in right side, shot a backhand shot. It deflected off number 28, William Smith of Ohio State. But they're seeing if Dylan Duke made contact with the goalie, Logan Turness, to see if this can be a no-goal. Let's see here on the big Jumbotron.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell. Jumbotron, it looks like it should be a good goal.
It still looks like a good goal.
The only push there was number 28, Smith, kind of made a little accidental contact with their goaltender, but should be a good goal for Duke and definitely a way to fire out. I mean, the Duke family today should have a big day here, especially grad transfer Tyler Duke with playing his old team here. He's got to fire out. That family has been known to it. It's going to be a fun one for those two.
You're completely right about that. Dylan Duke moved inside, but it appeared that the Ohio State player, William Smith, was the one that made contact with his own goalie, not Dylan Duke. And obviously, your own teammate making contact with yourself is not going to be goalie interference. It looks Dylan Duke was able to go in with a clean goal. Taking a little bit of time to review this one. We actually have a really good vantage point right here from the press box, overlooking the referee's monitor. We can see what they're doing. They're taking their headsets off. Great to have you all with us again. My name is Jake Singer. I'm here with Eddie Olejniczak. Tonight, I'll be doing the first period with Eddie. Then we're going to have our colleague James join me with the second period, and Eddie and James will take the third period. Nice day here in Yost. Let's see what we do. They're going to confirm the goal, as you can possibly hear from the crowd. So Dylan Duke tallies another goal for himself. And the Wolverines take an early 1-0 lead, 15:50 left here in the first period. TJ Hughes now center circle with Patrick Guzzo, the captain for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And Hughes wins the faceoff. Warren sends it around the bend, just trying to dump it inside. As Dylan Duke's third goal of the season, so making quick work for Dylan Duke. Moldenhauer sends it back in once again. Thiesing now has it for Ohio State. Wolverines make another line change. Wolverines lead in the shot column 2-1, so a nice 50%. Gavin Brindley, Rucker McGroarty, left side, quick shot goes wide. Seamus Casey trying to make cleanup duty now on the right side of things. Sends it right back inside. McGroarty able to handle the puck once again left side now from our vantage point. Tyler Duke sets up for the slap shot, but he misses it. Wolverines have to regroup. Seamus Casey now trying to weave his way inside. Gavin Brindley, right side. Sends it and misses Seamus Casey. He almost had a scoring opportunity there. Duke sends it back around. Wolverines just miss an opportunity in front, and Ohio State is able to clear it as Tyler Duke has to retreat, and both teams make almost full lineup adjustments here. 14:25 left. Stephen Holtz has the puck behind his own goal. Tyler Duke just sends it all the way in. Shinsky, though, almost have an opportunity that gets stolen away. Nice defense there by Holiday of Ohio State. Burnside trying to get it inside now in the offensive zone. And it gets taken away by Luca Fantilli. Nazar and Shinsky now along their own side up against the benches. Ernestie's able to send it right in. Nazar has it. Way up top, Warren thought Truscott was going to go one place. He did not, and he turns the puck over. See a big collision there. Shifsky on Holiday. Burnside now, offensive zone. Almost has a player, but he misses him. That's Carfagna. McBriar gets deflected. Holiday regrouping, tries to send it inside, goes wide. Nice poke there by Jacob Truscott just to get it out of the zone. And the Ohio State Buckeyes will have to regroup. 13-13 left here in the first period. Wolverines lead 1-0 off of a goal by Dylan Duke. Gordon gets bodied by Philip Lapointe. Estapa sends it into the forecheck. And Ohio State's able to gather the puck for just a minute behind their zone. Lapointe, though, doing good work of trying to keep the puck in the Ohio State zone. Still some puck work right here by both teams. Who's going to come out on top? Ohio State just for a moment, and they send it into the Wolverine zone where Tyler Duke is to regroup the puck. Seamus Casey now weaving his way, beating out 5 defenders. Seamus Casey backhand goes wide. TJ Hughes now, right side, trying to get in the blue line. Seamus Casey, though, just retreats for just a moment, and Tyler Duke sends it right back inside. 12 minutes left here in the first period. We don't have many shots gone off, but definitely a lot of hits. Messina tries backhand, that goes wide. Ohio State able to keep it in the zone still. Klee tries to get inside. There's a lot of stuff going on in front of Barczewski, and the Ohio State Buckeyes score. Believe that is number 20, Matt Cassidy. A lot of laundry right in front of Jake Barczewski, and they're going to call that a goal, but there's definitely going to be a review on this one.
Yeah, that's a hard one there for Barczewski. He was trying to put his glove hand out there and get coverage and control of that puck, but Ohio State just kept jabbing at it, and finally, I didn't see the number on the person who came around, number 20, I believe. Matt Cassidy, he came around and just kind of poked it through the legs.
Definitely goalie interference from my perspective here. It doesn't believe they're going to review this one, but Dalton Messina was definitely on top of Jake Barczewski, and now I believe they're going to review this goal. When we just saw the replay there, Dalton Messina was fully on top of Jake Barczewski, the goaltender for the Wolverines. And from my viewpoint, I believe that's going to be goalie interference. Let's see what the referees say. So the Wolverines are challenging the play. Now, once again, we're going to be able to see the monitor of the referees.
Pretty funny there, the line judging him. I don't know his name by chance, but number 89 is their jersey number. He was trying to kind of force Michigan's players to get into the face-off zone there pretty early on, and we took our good old time, got a couple yellings at, but we got that challenge off, and smart challenge, I think, here. It definitely looked like a lot of pushing and shoving. Barczewski didn't have range of motion, which is the biggest thing for this. He's allowed to make the attempt on the save, and he couldn't get free from all the sticks and traffic in front of him. So I would love to see this get reversed, go back to 1-0 here for the Wolverines, but looks like a lot of jabbing for a good goal here.
The trick for me is that Messina of Ohio State was completely prohibiting Jake Barczewski from defending the puck in any capacity. If I've seen any goal interference, the other one definitely was not goal interference by Dylan Duke's goal. This one, though, he was completely prohibiting his range of motion, which I think was very important, preventing him from being able to cover the puck up, because you saw at a point in time that he was able to cover that puck up for a second, but because of all the movement, all the touching, he had to stop. It's going to be a long review here.
Yeah, and one of the things, Jake, you can always kind of tell from the goalie emotions from the play, too.
Here's the call. So they're going to call a no goaltender interference. So the Wolverines are cost a timeout there. And you know, They might just let these guys play tonight, Eddie. I don't know what the case may be. Nonetheless, we got a 1-1 game here, 11:43 left. Wolverines definitely coming out with some intensity. Rucker McGroarty has the puck now right side. Warren tries to send it in. That gets deflected, though, by number 8, Scooter Bricky. Gillen, quick shot, gets deflected. Nice save there by Barczewski. Some bodies now behind the goaltender. Carfagna. Quick deflection opportunity there. That was a really good play there by Michael Gilden. Good stop there by Barczewski. Carfagna tries once again to get a deflection goal. 2 good saves there by Barczewski. Wolverines are finally able to clear it for a second. Trescott now for the Wolverines. Into Ernesi. Wolverines playing a lot more press right now, trying to force Ohio State to do something with the puck in their own zone. Puck gets in all the way down behind Barczewski. Seamus Casey now has it until he gets stripped of it for a second. Dunlap tries to get it into the Michigan zone. Nice poke check there by Tyler Duke, though. Burnside now retreats with the puck for Ohio State. Big body check there, Dunlap and Tyler Duke. Some big hits to this point. 10:14 left in the first period. Smith gets completely stopped by Ernesi. Holiday now checked by Draper. Ohio State finally has it, top of the zone. Nice block there by Garrett Shifsky of the Michigan Wolverines. 9:48 left here in the first period. Matt Cassidy got a goal. Dylan Duke got a goal. Ohio State leads 6 shots to 2, and we're tied 1-1. Logan Turnus, the goaltender, had the puck, send it back around. A lot of checking going on in this matchup right now. Cassidy just gliding with Warren until it gets taken away from him for just a second. Warren, backhand shot. That goes blocked, though. Nice save there by Turnus. Ohio State gets into the Wolverine zone. Quick shot, and that gets covered up by Barczewski, but we got a little bit of dirty laundry going on right in front. Some pushing and shoving. Cassidy going at it with number 77, Marshall Warren. And finally, the referees break it up. 8:56 left, and I believe we're going to finally get a timeout in this matchup.
Yeah, good play there from both sides. The pressure there, the intensity's there. You can definitely tell, Jake, this is a rivalry game. Both times, both goals, pretty controversial goals, but both defenses and offenses were pushing the puck pretty well, securing the zone. Ohio State has this common theme. They keep scoring from below the face-off line here, so they keep that up, and we keep letting them in deep in the zone. The key for Michigan here is to keep them up in the zone. Wolverines, they got to get deep in the zone. I love the Wolverines, but the dump and the corner play that they run every day, I'd love to see them take it up the middle, have a couple more offensive, possessions like that, kind of how Seamus Casey had on that quick backhand that he had early in the first period.
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's been a lot of physicality so far in this matchup. Not a lot of shot opportunities. There's a lot of stuff going on in the middle part of the zone for both teams. Wolverines, it appears it's one guy trying to take it all the way in and just seeing what they can do with it. Obviously, that's worked a little bit to this point this season. Tonight, Ohio State's actually been doing a really good job of trapping Michigan when they get into the offensive zone. Dylan Duke was able to do that and score his goal, but that's not going to happen every single possession. So I would like to see Michigan do a little better job of just trying to set up at the top of the zone, see what they have, and maybe get a tip in. That's what Ohio State's been doing, and that's why they were able to score one of their goals. They just had a lot of laundry going on right in front of Barczewski.
Yeah, and I get the mindset from the Wolverines here, but that's not their typical game plan, and they can't keep it up all game, this physical offense. They got to have a little bit more finesse. They have the talent. They just got to get in the offensive zone, set it up just like you said.
Finally back here in action, Gavin Brindley meeting up with Messina in the Wolverine zone. We got puck drop, 8:56 left here in the first period. Nice tip out there by Brindley. Wolverines trying to rush to the puck, though, so it's not an icing. Ohio State's able to control the puck, though, before it gets to the back line. Wolverines, though, nice deflection, and that's going to be a glove save there by Logan Turnus. Wolverines, nice job of getting a little bit of pressure there, but pretty easy glove save there by Turnus.
Yeah, Wolverines' specialty there, kind of making something out of nothing. There's a deflection out of the zone for them, and some speed from our guys, our talent. Tyler Duke was definitely up there sitting at the brew line, waiting for a slap shot opportunity against his alma mater.
Brindley now, right in the middle of Patrick Guzzo. And Guzzo's going to win it for just a moment until Tyler Duke has to retreat for the puck. Nice work there, actually, by the Ohio State forward. It has to be a block there. Thiesing was able to get it all the way there. He was able to beat out Tyler Duke for a quick flip shot. And Bercheski had to chest save that one.
Yeah, good save there by Bercheski. A little extracurricular with Duke.
We're going to get a penalty here. It's Jacob Truscott is going to go to the penalty box. Unsportsmanlike conduct now for Jacob Truscott. So Ohio State with their second power play opportunity. Michigan was able to kill the first one relatively easily, but obviously now with the 1-1 game, a lot more tensions. Let's see how the Wolverine power play kill happens. Let's see what the Buckeyes can do on the power play. Wolverines able to win it. Frank Nazar. And Michigan's able to send it all the way down. That's going to be Marshall Warren. Nice clear there. 8:21 left here in the first period. 1-1 game. Ohio State, 1:45 left here on the power play. Holiday brings it into the Wolverine zone, just dumps in Stephen Holtz. Nice deflection there and able to clear once again. So 2 clears now for the Michigan Wolverine penalty kill.
Yeah, Wolverines have been looking good in the penalty kill all year, and this is definitely shown against this rival.
Ohio State bringing it once again. Holiday to Burnside, and they're going to call an offsides there, I believe. Or, yeah, that's going to be an offsides there, number 7, Brent Johnson. So we're going to get a full line change for both teams. 1:20 left here in the power play for Ohio State.
Yeah, best case for the Wolverines there, just mental mistakes on the Buckeyes' side there. They get to choose which side for the face-off here, and up to their advantage even though they're on the power play.
Marcus Stoppa with Thiesing. Thiesing wins it. Ohio State finally able to control the puck for one of the first times here on the power play opportunity. Wahlberg sends it into Thiesing. Dumps it back for Gilden. Montez now fighting with Keenan Draper, and Bricky has to just retreat. Minute left here on the power play. Montez moving in left side. Pass it to Gilden. Gilden tries to send it back around to Thiesing, which is successful. Wahlberg top of the zone. Ohio State looking for a shot opportunity to Bricky. He's not there. Quick shot by Thiesing goes wide. And that's going to go out of the zone. Ohio State, 35 seconds of the power play. 0 shots on goal here on this power play opportunity. Halem able to poke check it out, costing some more precious seconds. Thiesing now with the puck. Moves it in, 3 guys left side. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Gilden. Tries to send it around to Thiesing. That gets deflected once again, Stephen Holtz. And I believe that's going to be it. 9 seconds left on that power play. 0 shots on goal for the Buckeyes on that power play opportunity. And the Wolverines are back to full strength with 6:30 left here in the first period. Warren trying to get to Truscott now. Nothing doing for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Shifsky now trying to move in right side. He just dumps it in. And the Wolverines get another line change as the penalty kill unit is able to get off the ice finally. Gordon asking for the puck now for Ohio State. 4 guys fighting for it. Seamus Casey comes out with the puck, though, for the Wolverines. Dylan Duke sends it to Tyler Duke. And Tyler Duke's able to send it in until Turnus is able to send it back around, but that goes right back to the Wolverine hands until it goes out of the zone, and Seamus Casey has to retreat for the puck. Gavin Brindley left side now. Behind the net of Turnus. Back to Tyler Duke. Sends it up to Seamus Casey. He's looking for something. McGroarty decides to send it back. Behind the net. Shot opportunity. That gets deflected. Dylan Duke, nothing doing. And I believe they're going to call an icing on Ohio State. Oh, and we got a big hit there. Weiss of Ohio State bodies Tyler Duke, and Duke goes flying into the boards. Wolverines are not happy with this right now, Eddie.
No, and of all people, it's Tyler Duke. It's going to be a foot race there. Alma mater going against each other, but that was a hard hit. Definitely after the whistle, too. I get you're sprinting full steam down there, but shouldn't be allowed no matter what the situation is.
Weiss, Thomas Wise, put the hit on Duke. And we're going to see what the referees are going to do about this. They're not going to call a penalty here, so we're just going to get a face-off now in the Ohio State zone, given it was an icing. 5:09 left. Things have been very chippy to this point, which has definitely been expected between these two teams. TJ Hughes wins the faceoff for the Wolverines. Warren, quick shot, and that almost goes in. Nice stick save there by Turnus. So he found a few guys to deflect that slap shot by Warren. That felt like it was in the air for a while. Truscott tries to get it in to Moldenhauer. Ohio State's able to send it out for just a second. Warren has to retreat with it. He sends it in and no one touches it, so the Wolverines are going to have to win it, and they're going to call a whistle before Moldenhauer has an opportunity to defend the icing. So icing here on Michigan. Michigan fans are not happy about that call. Nonetheless, 4:40 left. Ohio State will get a face-off in the Wolverine zone.
Yeah, a little bit of favoring here on that icing call, but Moldenhauer probably would have been beat out. Just unfortunate to see after the last one there. But as these two teams come down, Michigan's looking to get back out into the offensive zone, out of the defensive zone.
Holiday, TJ Hughes. Puck just gets whipped out as Bricky has to retreat for, and he sends it all the way back in and around. Truscott trying to find it. He lets it go through, which allows Holiday to get the puck for a second. Holiday to Gordon. Quick shot, and that hits the post. Quick shot again by Holiday. Nice two deflections there by Bercheski, and finally Wolverines able to control the puck for just a moment. Scary scenes there. Holiday sends it right back to Bricky. Slap shot opportunity, and that's going to be a glove save there by Bercheski. 3 saves there by Bercheski, and 1 offensive possession for the Buckeyes to get a stoppage of play. 4:08 left here in the first period.
Truscott is impressive tonight. He's looking like a captain, like he deserves the captain title. First couple games, he was a little quieter, a little kind of off to the side, a couple goals here and there, but he's leading the team tonight, especially physically and around the net.
4:08 left here in the first period. Wolverines been on their heels a little bit to this point in the first period after the Dylan Duke goal. Got some fighting till Shifsky has a one-on-one opportunity. He's looking for Ernesi, and it finally gets deflected out wide. Wolverines with a scoring opportunity. Couldn't do anything just yet, but Shifsky still trying to keep possession of the puck. Left side here in the Ohio State zone. Frank Nazar tries to get involved here as Messina is able to poke it free. Ernesi, quick shot, backhand save. And Ohio State's able to send it out and down to the Wolverine zone and get a full line change. Luca Fantilli retreats for the puck. He makes one guy miss. Now gets to Seamus Casey in their own zone. Heads it back into the middle. Frank Nazar now to Rooker McGroarty. McGroarty moving in left side. He hits a backhand shot. That's a save. Wolverines putting the pressure on now. Puck bounces out of the zone. Who's going to win it? That's going to be Ohio State. Gavin Brindley sends it back as he gets bodied. Seamus Casey, sorry, that's Dylan Duke to Rucker McGroarty. McGroarty tries to get it up to Warren. He had a wide open shot opportunity, but that gets deflected. And the puck gets sent all the way back. Bercheski has to retreat for the puck and send it to Jacob Truscott. 2:42 left here in the first period. 1-1 game. Tyler Duke now. fighting off some poke checks, moving in left side, quick shot, and that gets blocked by Turnes. And Duke gets bodied again into the boards. That's a few hard hits on Tyler Duke against his former team. Thiesing, left side. Patrick Guzzo with the shot opportunity. Wolverines just trying to get the puck out of their own zone. Cannot just yet, as Wise keeps it in. Nice deflection there. But number 33, that's Marcus Stoppa. Marcus Stoppa, foot race, trying to wrap around, quick shot, and it gets deflected. And out of play. I believe that's going to be number 21, Halem, with the shot opportunity. Nice stick work there by Guzzo to prevent the shot opportunity. It gets deflected and goes out of play. 1:54 left in the first period.
Great control there from Estapa. I know you talked earlier about controlling the puck more in the zone, and Estapa did that. He sat behind the net, waited for the play to develop, and that was such a great shot opportunity for him.
Halem tries to send it inside. No one's there, though. Gilden just tries to loop it across into the Wolverine zone on the other side, right side. TJ Hughes trying to control the puck. Gets to Seamus Casey for a second. They're playing some games now with the Ohio State defense. 1:30 left, first period. Trescott just dumps it inside. No one there, though. Ohio State is able to treat the puck. Seamus Casey now has it for the Wolverines. A lot of back and forth puck action as the puck now gets deflected over off TJ Hughes' skate. 1:06 left. Moldenhauer tries to send it all the way inside to Shifsky. Nazar tries to send it inside, but that goes out. Wolverines have to retreat. 53 seconds left here in the first period, folks. 1-1 game. Ernest dumps it inside. Michigan still trying to maintain control of the puck, which they do for a moment. Ernest playing around right side, tries to sit inside. That goes off the post. Puck gets looped around. Tyler Duke sends to Warren. Warren whiffs on the slap shot. 28 seconds left now. Warren, quick shot. That almost goes in, and Ernest misses. Warren, backup opportunity, misses again. Michigan 3 scoring opportunities right there. Offensive possession. 15 seconds left. Frank Nazar trying to get it. He gets bodied. Michigan fans want a penalty. They can't get one. Dylan Duke goes in right side. 1-on-1 opportunity. He goes in wide. 3, 2, and 1, and that will do it here for the first period, folks. Michigan won. Ohio State won. We are all tied up here in the first intermission. And Eddie, what a period we just witnessed.
Yeah, that was a lot of energy from both sides. I haven't seen that out of Michigan since the end of last year, and it's good to see from them. They definitely know how intense this rivalry is and how they want to come out and just beat them down. They also need it. They have fallen in the standings, 2 conference wins at home. It's almost expected for this team and for this coach at this point. So good to see them come out firing. Ohio State, you know, a couple storylines there. They came out firing too. It's hard to come into Yost and try to, you know, go up or go even with them in the first, especially after struggles in the first period in their past 3 games. But one of the guys I expected to see here, Jake, was Davis Burnside. And he's been quiet. Michigan has done a great job. He's been their leading scorer this past year and as past 3 games, and he's been doing very well. But they haven't heard anything from him tonight, and he only has 1 hit on the day.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen a lot of back and forth action between these 2 teams. Obviously, we knew it was going to be a physical game. We knew there was going to be a lot of back and forth stuff. There wasn't a lot of shot-taking opportunities early on. That definitely changed in the back half of the first period. Just some stats for you all. Jake Barczewski, 11 saves, 1 goal allowed. Turnus, 9 saves, 1 goal allowed. Wolverines have Ernest and Warren with 2 shots with Dylan Duke and Moldenhauer. Ohio State has Thiesing, Gilden, Holiday, all with 2 shots. So definitely some of your top scorers getting some shots in. I would love to see from the Wolverines them trying to get a few more scoring opportunities there from Rucker McGroarty, Gavin Brindley, TJ Hughes, Luca Fantilli, even Seamus Casey, guys who we know have been top scorers for this team, not really tallying many shots at all. I don't believe any of them that I just mentioned. Rucker McGroarty has one shot, but aside from him, everyone else is shotless here in the first period. So that's just one thing for Michigan. And you're completely right in terms of the Ohio State team. Burnside just held to one shot, being their leading scorer. So just a lot of stick work, a lot of back and forth action, and not really many scoring opportunities for both teams.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked in this upcoming period with this intensity, maybe a major or two coming out, giving the Wolverines or the Buckeyes a little bit of a chance, opening long power play here, score a couple. I think the score could get ran up a little bit today, especially when it's this physical. There's a lot of emotions going on. Tyler Duke, he was hurting after those two big hits, and to see him come back out, he's going to want to have a little fire behind him, and he's going to want to get a big hit back. It's just who's it going to be on and if he gets called for it.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Duke coming from Ohio State, we wouldn't know how they would necessarily react. Obviously, most teams aren't that upset when you leave a school, but when you go to the exact biggest rival of that said school, definitely there are going to be some emotions there. Two massive hits on Tyler Duke, one on each end of the ice. And I can't believe he got up, went right to the bench, and kept playing. That's one tough guy because he took some hits tonight.
Yeah, and he knows what it means for these Wolverines. He wants to be the guy to come back around, be the hero, the grad transfer hero for Wolverines here. He would love to get on the board, some plus minus there. And he definitely wants to keep the puck in the offensive zone. He's sitting at the blue line. He is every possession that he's out there on offense, he is looking for that slap shot from the blue line, and he is the first person back every time. So this definitely means a little bit more to him tonight, and it's definitely showing.
Ohio State's played a lot of close games this year. We were looking at their record. They tied against Lindenwood. They beat Lindenwood, not by a lot. Then they go and they win, I believe, in overtime or a last-second shot as well in one of their games. So they're used to playing in these close games. Michigan, on the other hand, though, not as used to playing these close games. So with the 1-1 tally right now, do you foresee this being advantage Ohio State, advantage Michigan? Where do you think the line is right now for these teams?
Looking at what Ohio State has done this year, kind of in the past in their first periods and kind of moving forward through the intermission, they're used to this. This is their comfort zone. Even though they're on the road here, they were on the road before, and this was their comfort zone. They can go down early, go down high early. Moving forward, this is where Ohio State thrives. I mean, they live in this kind of 1-1 tie, 1-0 games. Michigan has to be Michigan. They have to score a bunch in this second period to go up big and stay up big, because we know the collapses this team can have, especially with how the youth of this team is. Not too much experience there on that side, but we would love to see a big blowout here by the Wolverines, but this is Ohio State's game to lose at this point, basically.
Michigan is a young team this year, right? And they've had I feel like they've had a young team a lot the last few years. They keep bringing in new guys. Those guys, it takes a little bit of time to grow them out. It happened last year with the freshmen in Gavin Brindley, in Rucker McGroarty, in Seamus Casey, even in Adam Fantilli for a little bit. So obviously with a team this year that brought in a lot of freshmen, Nick Moldenhauer, Garrett Shifsky, Tanner Rowe, and Josh Orko, and then bringing in transfers like Ernest, Chase Plitsky, Marshall Warren, Jake Barczewski, your starting goaltender. There's going to be some growing pains. So just 5 games in the season, it's been way too small of a sample size just yet, but definitely this team against Ohio State, this will be the best competition they've seen. They probably have faced to this point this season.
Yeah, and I'm getting kind of flashbacks with this energy from the Wolverines tonight to 2 years ago with all of our first-round draft picks on the team still. I haven't seen that fire from them in a while. I know the rivalry is definitely going to bring it out, but this is impressive, and I hope they can keep it up through 2 more periods and just blow them out of the water. But I have a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring, closer game, unless in the third someone walks away with it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Eddie, we're going to take a 4-minute break, and then we're going to transition over. James is going to get on the call with me in the second period. So taking a 3-minute intermission, stay right there, go to the bathroom, come back. We got some more Wolverine hockey for you. 1-1, end of the first. Stay right there. welcome back to WCBN Sports. We're here in Yost Ice Arena for the second period of the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Jake Singer here with James Meninga. James, what did you see from the first period here between both the Wolverines as well as Ohio State?
Well, I think I saw exactly what I expected. It was a competitive, gritty, chippy game, period of hockey. Throughout the majority of the first period, Ohio State was absolutely crushing Michigan in shots on goal. They were leading 4-11 or 4-12, something like that. And then in the back half of that period, Michigan really stepped it up and had like 7 or 8 unanswered shots on goal, which I thought was pretty important to what they were trying to do, trying to control the game. They're still being outshot 12-10 right now, but I feel like they've got a lot of momentum going into this period, and they're really looking to capitalize on that and take their lead back.
Ohio State, 2 power play opportunities. Michigan, 0. Michigan being a little bit chippier there in the first period. Ohio State, though, only tallying in 1 total shot on goal between those 2 power play opportunities. What have you seen from the Michigan power play kill as well as Ohio State's power play opportunities there in the first period?
Well, I just think that's something Michigan's doing really well right now is not letting Ohio State take advantage of those power plays. If they're going to go out there and they're going to commit penalties, then they got to be able to back it up during the power plays, and they've been doing a good job at that. Ohio State has scored during a power play every single one of their 3 games this season. So Michigan knows that that's kind of one of their keys to success, and they're ready to shut it down.
I think that's been definitely one of Michigan's best assets there in that first period, really taking advantage of poking the puck out of Ohio State players, setting it all the way down, clearing the puck constantly, especially when a team does not want to be on the losing end of a power play goal. Being able to control the puck, especially during power play opportunities, definitely was great. Now, looking into the second period, very chippy game. As you had just said, Ohio State was really controlling the first half of that first period. Michigan trying to roar back a little bit there in the second period despite scoring first. What does Michigan need to do in the second period to really take control of this game?
I think first they need to come out and set the tone. They need to take more shots, and they need to take better shots. If they can go out there, get an early goal, kind of like they did in that first period, take control and just subdue Ohio State, I think they'll be in great shape to win the rest of this, win this game.
Michigan doesn't necessarily look like the better team. Ohio State doesn't necessarily look like the better team. It looks like a very even match to this point. You can also see that in the rankings. Ohio State ranked 13th, Michigan ranked 7th. Both teams really have kind of played the same level of competition. Michigan playing a little bit better competition than Ohio State. Nonetheless, both teams playing teams close throughout this season. As I just said, both teams are young. Both teams brought in a lot of players. Ohio State bringing in 13 players, Michigan bringing in 10-plus players themselves this season. So in this second period, in this third period, and going forward, just for all the fans to be aware of, there's still a lot of learning curves to take place here with this Michigan team, as well as this Ohio State team, if you're an Ohio State fan listening to our broadcast as well. Just 8 seconds left here before the intermission concludes, and we're just about to get started. Michigan in their white uniforms tonight, Ohio State in their full reds. From our vantage point, Michigan is going to be going from our right side to our left side here in the second period. Ohio State obviously going vice versa, left to right, as Brindley wins the faceoff and the Wolverines are underway here in the second period. Michigan sending it all the way down to the Ohio State zone. Gavin Brindley getting to the puck first for just a moment. McGroarty's out there with Warren and Truscott, as well as Dylan Duke. Truscott gets tripped, and they're going to call, I believe, a penalty there. So right away, when the Wolverines had no power play opportunities in the first period, they're going to get one really early on here in the second, James.
Yeah, now if you're Michigan, you really want to take advantage of this. You want to take this penalty time, you want to get a goal, and you want to take a commanding lead.
Thiesing will be in the penalty box for the tripping penalty. So 2 minutes on the clock for the Wolverines to make something happen. 19:38 left here in the second period. So we just are getting started. TJ Hughes, Dylan Duke, Gavin Brindley, Seamus Casey, and Rutger McGroarty are on the power play for the Wolverines. As Michigan wins the faceoff, McGroarty takes control of it. Brindley now left side. Brindley given a little bit of wide open room, but he's quickly getting trapped. He needs to do something with the puck right now. Sends it back out to Seamus Casey. Casey now weaving inside. He whiffs, though, and he goes down. And Ohio State is looking to clear it, but they instead wait a second, and Burnside finally dumps it inside. Michigan regroups. 1:31 left here on the power play. Seamus Casey moving in right side. Sends it all the way back to Gavin Brindley. Brindley now moving in right side once again. Sends it all the way across to TJ Hughes. Hughes looking. Back right side, McGroarty. Rucker, quick shot! And that gets deflected up and away. Dylan Duke trying to get the deflection as that goes out of play.
Right, so it doesn't look like Michigan's going to be able to score off their, not yet anyway. They still got some time left in their power play, but right now they've taken some shots, but not too many good looks.
It seems Ohio State's doing a really good job of trapping the Wolverines. They're really letting them go into the corners, trying to give them a wide open opportunity, and then three guys are swarming the one and trapping them, which is preventing Michigan from getting any realistic pass or shot off. So let's see if Michigan can recognize this and try to do something else. Marcus Stoppa now in for the Wolverines with Moldenhauer, Trescott, and Nazar. One-on-one opportunity, though, for the Buckeyes. Bernassi going right side, left side, and it gets deflected. Nazar, nice job there trying to poke it away. Almost had a short-handed goal there for the Buckeyes. Burnside.
Yeah, Moldenhauer went down on that last play. He did not get up for a minute.
Marcus Stoppa sending it inside now to Nazar. Philip LaPointe trying to get it now to Trescott. LaPointe is it now back around side. Rucker McGroarty thinks he has a play on it, so he does. He moves around. Marcus Stoppa misses LaPointe, though. McGroarty now left side. Quick shot. That gets deflected up and away.
Yeah, Michigan's shots aren't even getting to their goal. The Ohio State defenders are tipping them up.
Ohio State able to clear all the way down to Bercheski. As Bercheski has to do something with the puck. 14 seconds left here on the power play. Gordon has it now right side for the Buckeyes into the Wolverine zone. He gets swarmed 3-on-1. He just dumps it right down the corner. Wolverines have the puck. 2 seconds on the power play, so nothing will do. Gavin Brindley, though, trying to make something happen nonetheless. Going in left side, and he whiffs, and he goes hard into the boards. Tyler Duke sends it to Seamus Casey. Seamus Casey now going in right side. He has to retreat for a moment, playing with Thiesing for just a second, and that's going to go up and out of play. Thiesing with the deflection. 17-19 left here in the first period. Wolverines 2 shots there on the power play. Nothing doing, though.
Yeah, no, they were unable to capitalize. I think Michigan would have liked to get more shots on there and definitely would have liked to get a goal in that power play, but still a lot of hockey left to be played.
You're completely correct about that, James. Garrett Shifsky in there now for Michigan. Dalton Messina will also take the face-off in the Ohio State zone. Messina wins it. He has to send it right around back to Johnson of Ohio State. Wise now trying to move in right side. He just dumps it, trying to get it all the way around to Messina. Bercheski, dangerous play going behind his goal. That was a dangerous situation. We saw Eric Portillo, the former Michigan Wolverine goaltender, doing that a few times in the last few years. Halem trying to move all the way around back. Someone lost a glove. That's going to be Halem. I see he goes all the way to the bench. Warren, quick shot. That's deflected wide by Turnus. Wise has the puck now for Ohio State. That's Warren, able to keep it in for just a second, and then has to retreat all the way back to the Wolverine goaltender to get the puck once again. Stephen Holtz turns the puck over for Michigan. Holiday trying to keep the puck in the Michigan zone. Wolverines, though, doing a good job of controlling it for just a moment. A lot of back and forth here. Ohio State 0 shots on goal through the first 4 minutes here of the second period. Michigan 2 shots on the power play opportunity. So the Wolverine crowd is really getting into it now. Pletsky getting some game action. Sends in to Keenan Draper. Draper just dumps it inside left side corner. Holiday now for Ohio State moving in right side. And I believe they're going to call an offside on Ohio State, so we get our first stoppage here, 15:38 left of the second period.
Yeah, those last 2 minutes, it seemed like the puck was only on Michigan's side. They got it on OSU side for a minute there, but it seemed like the defense was really stepping up for Michigan right there.
Rutger McGroarty fighting with Wahlberg. Luca Fantilli keeps it in. Little dribbler. McGroarty now with Wahlberg behind the Ohio State net. Brindley keeps it inside. Dylan Duke by himself behind the net and is quickly swarmed by Buckeye players. So Ohio State just sends a dribbler all the way down to the Michigan zone. McGroarty sends it across to Brindley, but Brindley mishandles the puck for just a moment. Dylan Duke trying to clean up, but Klee is there for Ohio State. .14:52 left here in the second period. 1-1 game between Michigan and Ohio State. Tyler Duke, the former Buckeye, has the puck. Philip Lapointe now sends it in. Ernest sends it back around. Nazar now trying to control the puck, and he turns it over to Thiesing of the Buckeyes. Tyler Duke, another hit against the boards. He is getting pummeled tonight by his former team, as he also now lost his stick and quickly retreats to the bench. Ernest with Johnson along the boards. Nothing doing though. 14 minutes left here in the second period. Quick shot by Tyler Duke, and he just goes wide. Tyler Duke getting a new stick from the bench. Wide right shot there. Hughes for Ohio State. Retreats with the puck. Gets it to Johnson now. Deflection by TJ Hughes of Michigan. That's going to go out of play over the benches of both teams. 13:34 left here in the second period.
Yeah, no team really has been able to establish themselves as a dominant force in this period. Not very many shots by either teams thus far, and they're just going back and forth, back and forth.
Completely right about that, James. Michigan putting a little bit more pressure on than Ohio State here in the second period. Got one or two good looks there, but nothing concrete. As the Wolverines win the faceoff, TJ Hughes. Trescott sends it all the way around. Luca Fantilli to Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer now to Hughes. Trescott, top of the zone, tries to get a deflection. That goes wide right. Luca Fantilli trying to keep the puck in the Ohio State zone and is unable to do so as he now retreats for the puck back into the Wolverine zone. Trescott to the Fantilli. Luca Fantilli now going in right side, but he gets trapped 2-on-1. Buckeyes just send it all the way back into the zone. I believe that's going to be an icing on the Buckeyes. 12:53 left here in the second period as we're going to get a face-off all the way back in the Buckeye zone.
Yeah, Michigan's been doing well in the face-offs, led by TJ Hughes. He leads the team in face-offs with 58%. So they've been doing a good job dominating that part of the game.
Dalton Messina, Gavin Brindley, back center circle. McGroarty, shot, that gets blocked. Quick shot once again by Brindley, that gets blocked once again. Two nice blocks there by Thomas Wise. Tyler Duke tries to get a shot, that gets stick saved there by the Ohio State goaltender.
Michigan's definitely being more aggressive than Ohio State right now.
Another shot opportunity there by Seamus Casey. Gavin Brindley. Quick shot once again by Rutger McGroarty, and he scores! Rutger McGroarty gets in the scoring column for the Wolverines. And Michigan leads 2-1.
That is your nation's leader in scoring right there. With his 10th goal in the season. Oh, sorry, 3rd goal in the season.
Rutger McGroarty multiple opportunities there by the Wolverines. 4 shots, and finally McGroarty sneaks one in right side past Turnus. And Michigan, with 12:26 left in the second period, takes a 2-1 lead. Ohio State, though, 2-1 opportunity. Quick shot, Brzezinski, nice save there. That was a quick one. Ohio State coming out swinging, 2-1 opportunity, but Brzezinski held his own. Klee keeps the puck in the Ohio State zone. Estapa now. For the Wolverines, gets to Shevsky. And you were just right about that, James. Kimmy's 3rd goal of the season for Rutger McGroarty. Wolverines threatening once again. Shevsky, his shot gets blocked. Warren now top of the zone, sends it back inside, trying to get to Estapa. Cannot do so as Klee is able to get the puck out of the Ohio State defensive zone and sending it all the way back down to Michigan zone. Moldenhauer dumps it back in. Jackson Halem now going in left side. He gets boarded. Fantilli retreats with the puck for the Wolverines. Seamus Casey has it. Nazar, nice pass to Halem. Halem all alone for just a second. Sends it back out now to Seamus Casey. Quick shot. That gets deflected by Guzzo of Ohio State. Nice foot deflection, I believe, by Guzzo. Sprawling out there. 10:57 left in the second period.
Yeah, and Ohio State can just not keep Michigan off their side of the ice. Michigan spent a majority of the period over here, and they're just completely controlling the game at this point.
Michigan 13 shots, Ohio State 14 shots, yet the Wolverines lead 2-1 here in the second period. So we had a stoppage of play for just a moment. TJ Hughes wins the faceoff for the Wolverines. Tyler Duke now left side, trying to make a guy miss. Just sends it inside until he finds LaPointe. Almost trying to get to TJ Hughes, and he just misses. Holiday now for Ohio State on the offensive. Holiday looks for a shot, but he loses control of the puck as we have some dirty laundry now in front of the Michigan goal. The goal came out of its own posts. I believe that's Philip LaPointe who went sliding into the Michigan post with Holiday as we have another stoppage of play. Johnson, top of the zone for Ohio State. Hits his own player. Deflection opportunity by Gordon. And we got a lot of fighting now going in front of Brzezinski. Brzezinski's able to cover the puck. Referees quickly stop the altercations going on between the Buckeyes and the Wolverines. See if any penalties get handed out. Nice scoring opportunity there, though, by the Buckeyes. As Gordon took a quick shot, Dunlap was there right in front of Brzezinski, and Brzezinski was able to cover up on that puck.
Yeah, it looked like Hughes was getting into it with some of the Michigan players.
Gordon and Brindley face off. Gordon wins the face off to Dunlap. Quick shot and almost goes in. As Hockey had a shot opportunity. Riley Hughes trying to keep the puck in the Wolverine zone. McGroarty's there, though, with Warren. Gordon weaving in right side. Carfagna trying to send one in. That almost goes in on the deflection by Hughes of Ohio State. Another save there by Brzezinski. And Ohio State, with 3 scoring opportunities, does not capitalize. Michigan regains control of the puck. Shifsky has it, right side of the Ohio State zone. Look at Fantilli now, trying to get it inside of Brinley, just miss on the stick deflection. Fantilli, Truscott now. Truscott trying to set it inside of Brinley again. Wolverines really trying to get that tip-in goal to keep just trying to set it near the area and seeing one of their players can just get a tip shot. 9:15 left here in the second period. Quick shot by Shifsky, goes up and wide. Earnesty now, quick shot, that gets deflected by Carfagna. Truscott trying to keep the puck in the zone, which he does. Nazar moving in, quick shot, that gets deflected. And now we got a one-on-one opportunity. Holiday, quick shot, that goes wide right, and Holiday hits the deck. Wolverines now 3-on-3 scoring opportunity until Ohio State retreats. And we get a line change. 8:35 left here in the second period. Just as much excitement here in this period as it did in the first. Holiday tips it into the offensive zone and then retreats. Hala moving in, 3-on-1 opportunity. Moldenhauer, quick shot, and he scores! Nick Moldenhauer, the freshman, gets on the board in this one. And in a game that was tied 1-1 in the first intermission, Michigan takes a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, you can't really write it up better than that if you're Michigan. That's exactly what they wanted to do coming into the second period. Now they have that commanding lead that they were looking for. Now they just got to hold out for 28 more minutes.
Moldenhauer, point-blank opportunity right in front of the goaltender, Logan Turnus, and was able to squeak one by him as the freshman adds to a very impressive start to his season. Tyler Duke and Halem on the assist. That's actually Nick Moldenhauer's first goal of his Michigan career, so nice to get one against your #1 rival, Nick Moldenhauer. Welcome to Ann Arbor as he gets his first career goal and puts the Wolverines up 3-1 in a really impressive second period.
Yeah, and that freshman class that he's a part of is the smallest Michigan's had since 2004.
An impressive one, though.
Yes, small but mighty.
So we've seen players like Moldenhauer, Garrett Shifsky getting a lot of time tonight. We're seeing really just them two specifically. And Tanner Rowe, who hasn't gotten much playing time, but obviously had a very impressive USHL career for Omaha. But Moldenhauer and Shifsky on that second line really getting some meaningful minutes here, and Moldenhauer was able to finally get in the scoring column for the University of Michigan. Nice goal there to start your career.
Yeah, and that's what this Michigan team's all about. They're a young group of guys, but and they're still learning, but they're excelling at it. They're the 9th youngest team in the country this year, but they don't really look like it.
No, they do not. Obviously, we said before this period started, there's going to be some growing pains with this team, like there is every single year when a team keeps churning out top prospects. Guys are going and obviously cashing in the NHL. So with a good program comes a lot of change, and you're still being able to bring in top people from other programs, from high school, from the USHL. But it takes a little bit of time to adjust to college speed, to college hockey, especially Big Ten hockey, which is so competitive. No one's expected to dominate in the Big Ten this year, really any year for that matter. So this team, it's a long uphill climb, and being able to be up 3-1, it's still a lot of hockey left. There's still 28 minutes left in this game, but 3-1 lead definitely is commanding against one of your top rivals.
Right.
You start play once again here. McGroarty has the puck once again, tries to get to Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke wraparound trying to pass to McGroarty. As Thiesing, and it gets a little tricky there with Tyler Duke, and Tyler Duke is staying on Thiesing. Now they get a little bit of hug to each other. As been a lot of chippiness going on between these two teams tonight.
Yes, you can definitely tell that this is a rivalry game.
You can definitely tell that. Tyler Duke playing one season for Ohio State last year. Now they're actually going to call Tyler Duke for a penalty.
The Michigan fans do not like it.
For high sticking, so the Wolverine fans are not happy about that, but just when Michigan goes up with 2-goal lead, obviously 2 goals, worst lead in hockey, and giving the opposing team a power play opportunity, see how the Wolverines handle the penalty kill.
Right, this is big for Ohio State. They need to take advantage while they still can.
Carfagna has the puck, top zone. Holiday now right side. Wolverines giving him some space. Quick shot by Holiday. That gets deflected by Jacob Truscott. 7:14 left here in the period. And the Wolverines actually have a 2-on-1 opportunity, shorthanded. Here comes Shifsky as he loses control of his own body and has to retreat. So Shifsky and Nazar had a possible scoring opportunity there for a second, and then they retreat. Burnside, nothing doing so far tonight. And on the power play with Johnson and Holiday. Burnside, backhand, tries to get it past Bercheski, and Bercheski, nice blocker save. The Wolverines able to clear that puck. Minute 5 left here on the power play.
Yeah, Wolverines are doing a nice job kind of subduing this power play by Ohio State with half the time already gone.
Puck flies in to the stands. Hopefully everyone's okay. Guy got hit in the face. Actually looks pretty hurt, I'm not gonna lie. He's directly under us, so he's not bleeding luckily, but definitely in some pain as a deflection caused the puck to fly into about the 7th row here, center ice right under us. Believe they're gonna get some medical attention for him. He gets to keep the puck luckily. So we resume play here. Bricky to Holiday to Thiesing for Ohio State. Looks for a quick shot. Blocker saved that by Bercheski. Another quick shot, that goes wide. That's shot by Wahlberg. Montez to Wahlberg, back to Montez, quick shot by Thiesing once again. Another save there by Bercheski. Wow, Bercheski, despite giving up the 1 goal, where in my opinion it was some goaltender interference, has been rock solid tonight. The Canisius transfer, played 4 seasons, had a fantastic 4-year career, comes to the Michigan as a grad transfer with Eric Portillo leaving for the NHL.
Yeah, he's actually looking for his 3,000th save sometime this season. He's very close, and he's definitely doing an outstanding job tonight.
As he gets another save there, Thiesing misses wide. McGroarty now moving in, 1-on-2. He gets deflected by Klee. Puck now in the corner of the Ohio State zone. Ohio State's able to come up with it. Klee now moving in, just dumping it inside. Holtz able to get it outside of the zone for just a minute. 5 minutes left here in the second period as the Wolverines are able to fend off the power play and kill it once again. Ohio State has been pretty much held in check in their 3 power play chances tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely Michigan's strongest part of their team right now is they're able to kind of negate Ohio State's the penalties that they've been taking.
Gordon gets it stolen. Halem, 2-on-1 opportunity with Brindley. He decides to pass and not shoot, and it gets deflected. I think he should have taken that shot. Instead, he tries to pass to Brindley and Klee with a nice stick deflection.
Yeah, I think you're right. There was just Mason Klee just got in the way of that.
TJ Hughes retreats with the puck. That gets deflected by Dunlap, but Wolverines able to still maintain possession. Shifsky has it. Wolverines send it around to Halem. Halem now just sends it all the way into the Ohio State zone, and the Wolverines look for a full line change. 3:52 left here in the second period. 3-1 Wolverines. Seamus Casey has the puck now in his own zone. Sends it across to LaPointe. He has a possible opportunity. That quickly gets deflected. Those Buckeyes are really tempting the Wolverines to move in, and then they swarm to the puck. Ohio State flips it into the Wolverine zone. Luca Fantilli sends it out to Seamus Casey now. Casey weaving his way once again as he's done all night, but that gets blocked and covered by Turnessy. We got another fight going on. We got some punches thrown, folks.
Ohio State looks frustrated.
Turnessy.
They are going at
Luca
it.
Fantilli, Philip LaPointe. As we're definitely going to get some penalties here. Turnessy sent, I believe that was number 2, Nathan McBriar, to the deck.
Yeah, those two were just going at it. And the crowd is amped up after that little tussle.
We have a packed house here in Yost Ice Arena tonight. So they're actually just going to call Cassidy of Ohio State the penalty for roughing. So despite some punches thrown that I personally saw, as well as a few players getting thrown into the walls, Michigan gets out scot-free and is able to be on the power play. 3:15 left here in the second period, so they're going to get 2 minutes of that 3:15 to try to make something happen and go up 3 scores.
Yeah, if you're Ohio State right now, this is about as bad as it gets. Down 2 and at the bad end of a power play, it does not get much worse than that.
So Michigan threatening once again as Guzzo wins the faceoff against, I believe that's TJ Hughes, and they're able to clear the puck right away. Hughes to Brindley. Brindley moving in right side. Dumps it off to McGroarty. McGroarty has a wide open opportunity. Quick shot! That gets saved by Turness. Every time Rooker McGroarty has the puck in open space, there's always a scoring opportunity. McGroarty to Casey. Now to Brindley. Back to Casey, top of the zone. McGroarty, quick shot to Fantilli! And it's almost a goal. Hughes trying to get it to McGroarty. Top of the zone once again to Casey. Minute 10 left on the power play. Gavin Brindley, left side, sends it to the right side. Now back to the top of the zone. Quick shot, and that almost goes in. Seamus Casey looking for the deflection. TJ Hughes almost had it. Quick shot, Gavin Brindley scores!
That's Gavin Brindley on the score.
Dylan Duke to Gavin Brindley. Right side, left side, Brindley wide open net. And the Wolverines capitalize on the power play and go up 4-1, 2:11 left here in the second period.
Yeah, that's what Ohio State's been trying to do all night, and they just have not cracked it 3 times. Michigan gets its power play, and it absolutely takes advantages and takes an even more commanding lead.
This game was tied 1-1 going into the second period, and the Wolverines have scored 3 unanswered in that said period to take a 4-1 lead over the Ohio State Buckeyes. That is Gavin Brindley's 3rd goal of the season. Frank Nazar now has the puck in the Ohio State zone until it gets taken away from him. 1:40 left here in the second period. We're going to have a whistle here. I believe they're going to call interference. That's going to be on number 17, Garrett Shifsky. So Wolverines turning a power play goal into a penalty kill opportunity. 1:31 left here in the second period as Garrett Shifsky will take a seat in the penalty box.
And Ohio State gets its 4th opportunity at a power play. They absolutely need to make something of this, or they're just absolutely dead in the water.
And James, as you said, Ohio State scored at least on one power play opportunity in the first 3 games. So far, scoreless in this game, but they keep getting opportunities, so let's see if they can make something happen.
Right. They are, before coming in today, they were 3 for 16 in scoring on power plays, 0 for 3 tonight with their 4th starting now.
Warren able to grab a hold of the puck and send it all the way down to Turnus, the Buckeyes goaltender. 1:17 left here in the second period. Burnside to Holiday. Burnside once again. Top of the zone to Holiday. Holiday looking for a scoring opportunity. That gets a deflector. That could have been a goal. Wolverines doing a nice job of deflecting some goals. Scoring opportunity right inside, and that goes wide. Holiday. Quick shot. Nice shoulder save there by Bercheski.
Yeah, Bercheski continues to not let up.
Holiday whiffs, but is able to pass it to one of his teammates last minute. Quick shot! And that gets saved by Bercheski unless he gets on it, and they're finally going to blow the whistle. Bercheski struggling to get a hold of that puck. 25 seconds left here in the second period. Got some fighting going on between Mark Estapa and Johnson, I believe, of Ohio State. Brent Johnson, that is. So 25 seconds left, 54 seconds on the power play.
Yeah, and what we just saw was kind of the story of the game. Ohio State being aggressive on offense and just getting absolutely snuffed out by Michigan's defense.
Michigan, one last opportunity to try to clear this puck, and they'll go into the locker room with a 3-goal lead. But I believe Ohio State is going to call for a review. I don't exactly know what we are reviewing, but once again, we do have access to see the monitor, so let's see what they are deciding to review. I don't know if it's going to be a punch thrown. I don't know if they're looking for a penalty. There was definitely no goal opportunity there, so I have to imagine they're trying to look at a possible penalty here.
Oh, look. Do they think they snuck one in? Oh, they do.
They are looking at that. Bercheski trying to get his leg to block the goal as Johnson tried to poke it in. That's really close.
Yeah, I'm not able to tell. The water bottle on the goal is kind of in the way.
That is really close. Brent Johnson of Ohio State snuck in left side, tried to poke it in the goal, and simultaneously, Jake Bercheski, the goaltender for Michigan, stuck his leg out to pin the puck from going in the goal. Now they're looking to see if the puck crossed the line, but since they called it a no-goal on the ice, it's going to be really difficult to see to overturn this one.
Yeah, it needs to be absolutely definitive, and I'm just not sure that it is.
I really cannot tell. Well, we see the puck there.
It's not crossed yet. I'm not sure, but I do not think that they are going to overturn this. I do not think that there's enough there, or even any at all.
I've been wrong before tonight, so I'm not going to give my input whether I definitively think one way versus the other, but you're right. From our personal vantage point, I believe it is a little too hard to tell to overturn this one. But we've seen other things happen tonight that we didn't personally see in one way, so let's just let the referees decide this one.
And it's one of those things, if they called it the other way on the ice, there probably wouldn't be enough to overturn it the opposite way.
The call on the ice was a no goal. So let's see what the referees decide after the review.
I know this is a close one. They are still looking at it. Oh, there it is again.
It's so hard to tell. You're right, with the water bottle and Bercheski's blocker and the stick. I see the puck creeping out now, but it's not over the line.
It almost looked like it was under Berchesky's leg and went back over and back, but I'm not certain. This would be absolutely massive for Ohio State. Finally taking advantage of a power play, going into the third period down 2 instead of 3. Referee's coming out with his decision.
So they're going to call a no-goal, call stand, so not definitive proof to overturn that one, just as we expected, James.
Yep.
As you're right, if they call it a goal on the ice, they probably would have maintained that same call, just whatever was called on the ice. There just wasn't enough video proof to overturn that one.
Right, because to overturn something, it needs to be absolutely definitive, and that just was not. So Ohio State is probably going to be upset about that one, but they need to shake it off and respond with 20 seconds left in the period.
20 seconds left indeed. Some more puck fighting right in front of Berchesky. Refs running really fast. 13 seconds left as Berchesky gets another save.
Yeah, refs probably didn't want to go back and review something else before intermission, so they stopped that one quick.
42 seconds still left on the power play for Ohio State. It's going to carry over into the third period. Eddie Olejniczak and James will take the third period, so my time is almost done. 14 seconds. They put an extra second back on the clock here. Wolverines leading 4-1. Got an awesome atmosphere here in Yost Ice Arena tonight for Friday night hockey. Michigan tries to clear and mishandles the puck though. Wahlberg. One last ditch effort by Ohio State. And Berchesky is able to cover up on it before Seamus Casey topples over him. 1.8 seconds left here in the second period. Gosh, it feels like the last 15 seconds have lasted an eternity.
Right, and that's the testament of Berchesky. He's just playing out of his mind in the goal there with save after save. He's not letting anything by him.
24 saves on 25 shots tonight for Berchesky. After Michigan gave up 6 goals in the third period the last time they played against UMass. Definitely with much more stifling defense tonight, as the Wolverines will have to defend a third period lead once again. And that will do it here in the second period. Michigan 4, Ohio State 1, as the Wolverines score 3 unanswered goals here in the second period to go up 4-1. James, what do we really see from Michigan this period that was so different from the first period?
Well, I just think taking advantage of powering plays and continuing to stifle Ohio State's power plays, that was the big thing. But they were just they kept the puck on Michigan, on Ohio State's in Ohio State's zone for so long that the Ohio State defense was bound to crack, and just taking more and more shots on goal, they're bound to go in. That being said, Ohio State leads Michigan 25-20 shots, but with 3 less goals. So Michigan is just being more efficient with their shots, even though they're taking less of them.
Right now, Rutger McGroarty leads the team with 4 shots. Right behind him, Nick Moldenhauer, 3 shots, including both those guys getting a goal for Ohio State through 4 periods. Thiesing with 4 shots. Montez with 3. Bricky and Guzzo both with 2. Michigan also capitalizing on a power play opportunity, going 1 for 2 there in the second period. So far, Ohio State 0 for 4 on power play opportunities. And then if you also want to look at even more, Michigan leads in the face-off category 20-15. Ohio State, though, leading in the block category 13-3. So really a back and forth, very physical game for both teams, just Michigan being able to generate more scoring opportunities in the second period than Ohio State.
Right, and like you said, Michigan has matched its highest scoring period this season at 3. And they, in games they score every period, Michigan has not lost this season. So they're looking to come out in this third period, score again, and kind of put this game away.
What I will say, though, is I just mentioned the end of the second period, Michigan did blow a huge lead going into the third period last weekend against UMass. So for all of you who think the Wolverines, hey, job well done, game over, they have proven to this point this season that you cannot trust that just right there. So unfortunately for all of you guys, you're all going to stick around and listen to the third period of Michigan hockey against Ohio State here on WCBN Sports. Just a quick update for all of you. We got a lot of WCBN content coming up for you this weekend. Tomorrow night, we're back here in Yost Ice Arena for the second game between Michigan and Ohio State. Simultaneously, we have Michigan and Michigan State football in East Lansing. We'll have a crew traveling out to East Lansing tomorrow night, so you can listen to both of those broadcasts here on our YouTube channel on WCBN Sports. We hope to get you all to listen to those games as well, as we have all the action all hockey season long, when basketball season starts, women's basketball season starts, as well as the rest of the football season. Just want to put that out there. So if you like us, if you like what we're doing, please keep supporting us. We really, really appreciate it, and we really love all of you guys listening to all of our content as we have every single broadcast that we possibly can do here on WCBN Sports. James, what is one thing that Michigan needs to do in the third period to tie up this, not to tie up the game, to take a hold of this game even more and really prevent Ohio State from trying to creep back in?
I think they need to continue what they were doing in the second period. They need to not lose their identity. They can't get complacent. They have to keep their foot on the gas and just stay aggressive, stay in Ohio State's zone, and don't try and stop scoring even when you're up 3. You want keep taking your shots. Don't play passive. They need to continue to establish a tone.
I couldn't have said it better myself, James. It was a pleasure doing this game with you. We're going to take another 5-minute break for our mini intermission. When we come back, James, we'll do the third period alongside Eddie Olejniczak. From Jake Singer, thank you all for sticking around. Stay right there. Again, taking another bathroom break as we have 9 minutes left in intermission, and we'll be back in just 5 minutes. Thank you all, and stay right there.
welcome back to UMich Hockey here at Yost Arena with 3 minutes left in the second intermission. I know Jake and James talked a little bit before we left about what are the goals for both teams here? James, you want to touch a little bit about that? Tell me what you guys talked about before you left and anything new.
Yeah, it's just kind of Michigan set the really good job setting the tone in that second period, and they just want to continue to build on that. They don't want to get complacent. They want to ramp up, keep their foot on the gas. They do not want to slow down and give Ohio State a chance to come back like UMass did last week.
Yeah, one of the interesting things that we kind of touched on, and you guys touched on earlier, was Ohio State leads in shots here, 25-20 against the Wolverines, but 4-1. It seems like it's goalie's duel here, and it kind of seems to be the pace for the Buckeyes here from now on. So, what do you want to see out of Michigan to kind of shut this game down and not let them back in?
Well, it's just kind of more of the same. Jake Barczewski he's doing a good job. Stifling all of Ohio State's 24 of 25 shots. So defensively, Michigan's doing a great job, and I think that's frustrating Ohio State a little bit, which is making them take more shots, probably shots that are less thought out. They're missing out on good opportunities because they're frustrated. So if Ohio State can realize that and go at this more methodically, then they definitely have a chance to come back, but Michigan just wants to keep up the strong defensive front and continue to be aggressive.
Yeah, you brought up a good point there. Barczewski, he made some playbook saves there. I mean, he slid across better than Portillo did in the past years, and he looks to be a good fit for this team. You know, grad transfer, first couple games, he kind of switched off of Noah West there back and forth, but he seems to be fitting the role here for this young team and being that veteran goalie that they need.
Right. Yep. He's doing a fantastic job anchoring this team down and letting the younger guys go out and make plays.
Yeah. A minute left here in the second intermission. Wolverines looking to keep this 4-1 lead, maybe even add on to it and finish this out. First of two games here. Tomorrow the Wolverines take on Ohio State in Ann Arbor again. We will be on the call at 7 p.m. Also tune into football against MSU tomorrow night. We will be on that call as well. All here on WCBN Sports. Michigan and Ohio State takes the ice now. Ohio State, I'm sure their pregame intermission talk there was a little bit of, you got to come back, you got to come out and be physical. Michigan, it's protect the lead. You built on these 3 insurance goals here. You don't want to cut that off of yourself. Michigan in the past has had a little bit of trouble with keeping a lead here against the Buckeyes. So I think the goal, like you said earlier and kind of mentioned, is Ohio State has to come out firing if they want a chance, and Michigan has to play their game.
Right, and Ohio State's going to start in power play here. They've got 30 more seconds of it, and you'd hope they would capitalize on that right away. But what we've seen so far, 0 for 4 so far in power play for the Buckeyes. So they're kind of open to buck that trend and get off on a better note here to start this third period.
Yeah, Michigan's been strong on the penalty kill today. Clearing has been a hard suit, and children of Yost have been loving it. They've been whooping over there, so see if they can bring it back. Nazar moves into against Holiday. Ohio State takes the draw into their defensive zone. Ernest takes it a little. Puts a little pressure on the Buckeyes there. Buckeyes control it behind their net. Up through the middle of the zone. Montez brings it into the Michigan zone. Ernest stops it at the point. Clears it down the ice to try to kill the rest of that power play here for the Wolverines.
Yep, and Ohio State, another power play comes up fruitless for the Buckeyes.
Seems to be a common theme in their season this year. Number 15, Thazing brings it across. Montez gets it back in control in the middle of the zone for the Buckeyes. Dumps it into the corner. Barczewski comes out, plays the puck. Nazar brings it up the middle, offsides on number 2, Rucker McGordy. Just got caught slipping a little bit there at the blue line. Good kill here for the Wolverines, and I know, James, you've been seeing it all that second period that you called. Their defense looks stunner right now.
Yeah, they're not letting anything by them, so it makes it so the offense doesn't really have to do much, but they're definitely working together well.
Brindley takes the draw, wings it, shoots it across the blue line. Buckeyes take it back. Dumped by Brindley back into the Buckeyes zone in the corner. Johnson chases along with Brindley back in there. Gets a little cross check to the midsection, loses the puck. Ohio State brings it up the ice. Middle, Hughes is in the middle. Dylan Duke takes it. Brindley in the middle. Shot blocked by Tensley. Early whistle there by the referees. They're going to wave off the goal that Dylan Duke poked in.
The crowd is not happy.
Turnus had it between his legs. Ref lost it. Got one errant early whistle. They went back to poke it in as it wasn't underneath them, and it got waved off.
Yeah. Refs just blew that one dead. Too quick for Yost's liking.
Yeah, the Duke family not happy about that there, along with Hughes and McGordy. New line switch for both teams here. About to be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Wolverines on the right hash.
Right, we're less than 90 seconds into this period, but so far Ohio State does not look any better than they did in period 2. They really need to start change something here.
Yeah, they need a wake-up call there. Still some moans from the crowd there about the waved-off goal call and the errant whistle. Michigan loses that face-off. Fantilli chases it back into the Michigan zone. Burnside clears it to the line. Hughes is taking it up the middle for the Wolverines.
That puck will just not stay in the Michigan zone for more than 10 seconds.
No, they've been doing very well. Moldenhauser has it down deep. Truska has it up at the line. Shot there, almost blocked. Buckeyes take it up. Holiday plays it. Gilden the Holiday behind the net. Looking for a top call over for number 6, Mason Keel. Number 23, Burnside, we mentioned him earlier and hasn't done much in this game as their leading goal scorer. And out past Keel. Number 21, Halem on the run with Moldenhauser. Just missed.
Basically lost his footing there, gave the Wolverines an opening.
Yep, just missed there from Moldenhauser. Holiday for the Buckeyes takes it up the zone, loses control. Warren is going to control it back in the zone, gives it to Holtz. Wolverines are pushing out of their zone, across the Warren. Over to 94, stop, a slight trip, but he's got back to his feet. Pushing deep into the zone at the point, sends it to the slot, nothing there. Buckeyes control. Over to Montez, pushing the zone. Over to Thiesing. Thiesing loses it to Warren in the battle in the corner. Wolverines are pushing a point, pushing it out the middle, dumps it in the zone. Michigan gets a line change here. Wolverines controlled at the top. Dumps it back into deep in the zone. LaPointe to Ernestine. Goal by Ernestine. Ernestine doing a little bar down there. Flipped it over the shoulder. Ernestine's having himself a night here, and I know James, we mentioned it earlier, but as a new guy on the team, he's definitely been good there.
Yeah, no, he's been having an outstanding night for sure. Yeah, the Buckeyes are not going to be happy about that one, but Michigan has now scored in every period of this game, and they are 2-0 this year when they score in every period.
Love that stat from your Ernestine. Definitely been a powerhouse for these Wolverines as of late. Good addition to the team here, and he's really stepping into his role here as play continues again. Buckeyes, Mazina takes it into the zone. Number 10 for the Buckeyes. Aaron shot just a little wide off the pad of Barczewski. Wise throws it back in the zone. Mazina gloved by Barczewski. We get another stoppage of play here. Ernestine, first goal of the game today, 4th of the season. He had 3 shots tonight. All have been in close range and proximity, but that was probably his best attempt. Wolverines line back up here. Nazar and Mazina at the point. Michigan wins it, but gets an errant whistle call. Early puck drop from the ref there. Nazar having a little chat with the linesman, not too happy about that. Wins it again no matter what. Luca Fantilli in the corner for the Wolverines. Gets it out of the zone. Stayed in the zone. Number 2 of the Buckeyes kept it in the zone down there. Ernestine back at it, bringing it up the zone, dumps it over to Nazar at the blue point. Nazar, a little back check there. Shifsky chasing it deep in the Buckeyes zone. Across, Mazina, 14, can't handle the pass for the Buckeyes. Back into Truska in the Wolverine zone.
Crowd's getting back into it as the
Ohio chants are never not happening here at Yost, even if we're not playing them, but the nights we do, it goes wide. Number 15 for the Buckeyes brings it up, leaves it to number 20, Cassidy. Wolverines, Warren puts it back in his zone. Taking it up, Stephen Holtz gives it to Brindley. Brindley chasing the middle of the zone, gives it over to McGordy. Blocked shot, Warren. Shot again off the pads of another shot down low. Brindley chasing, stayed in the zone. Brindley brings it back, settles it down at the blue line, gives it over. Little back check there to Dylan Duke, but shot on net, just a little errant shot. We got a 2-on-1 chase here for Warren for icing. Warren wins the chase.
Yeah, Ohio State is just not being very aggressive, which I would not have expected them being down 4. They need to be getting more shots off if they want a chance to fight their way back into this game, but Michigan is just stifling them.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Buckeyes can control some possession in the offensive zone. They've been on their heels all night, and this is definitely getting to them, and they're going to get a little more aggressive here, hopefully. Hughes takes the face-off out to the Wolverines. Tyler Duke controlled it at the top, dumped it in the corner. Hughes down and low in the corner, up against the boards for a fight for it. Put back out to number 26, Seamus Casey. Seamus loses it, gets tripped up. No call. Ooh. No call. The most blatant trip we've seen in a while. No call. Tyler Duke controls in the Michigan zone down low. Seamus Casey now.
Yeah, naked eye, that definitely looked like a trip. And that's fans here definitely think the same.
Hughes rips one low at the pads, just off the mark. Moldenhauser tries to keep it in. Buckeyes are not happy about that little bit of contact, but they just got a free call, so it's a little bit more even now. 63, Luca Fantilli controls it back to Hughes. Brings it out to Jacob Truscott. Draper is pushing the offensive zone, gets it back out to middle ice. Over to number 9 for the Buckeyes. Riley Hughes takes a shot low on the pads on the left side of Barczewski. Good stop there. Back out to number 8 up top. Traffic in front on a shot. Dunlap tries to shoot. Excuse me, that was Gordon that tried to get a shot off. It was blocked out in front by the pads of Hughes. Brought out of the zone here.
Big hit by LaPointe. These teams are just getting chippier and chippier as this game goes on.
Yeah, I'm sure there might be a couple penalties coming up here, but Estapa controls it in the Michigan zone, try to get something set up. Fantilli brings it out to the blue point. LaPointe out there. Ernest chasing it down, has the speed. Will he make a move? Ernest. Follow-up shot was off the mark as well. Estapa tried to get one there. Warren going against someone with no stick. Definitely gets a little interference, but it's all right. Warren gets it tripped up again. Holtz is controlling it in the Michigan zone, up against the boards with number 19, Shane Holiday of the Buckeyes. Guys are hugging each other against the boards, trying to fight for the puck here.
Yeah, that was Davis Burnside who lost his stick and just kept playing without it.
Yeah, Ernest, big hit that he avoided at center ice here. Wolverines are getting a line change here as the Buckeyes control deep in their zone. Number 18 for the Buckeyes brings it up the ice. Mike Gildon controls it deep into the zone. Barczewski, great save there. Gildon shot it right at the post, got a little bit of a rebound there. I believe that was Wahlberg or Mazzina that shot it over. I only saw 4 on one of the sides.
Yeah.
Burnside was in the action as well.
Right, Barczewski just continues to be almost flawless tonight.
Yeah, great pickup by the Wolverines there, and he has really shown some skill here. He's definitely pulling his way for the team and filled a hole that the team definitely had after Portillo went on to his NHL career.
Right, yeah, just a huge night by him. 31 for 32 right now.
Great night for him. Brindley and Mazzina take a face-off here. Puck is dropped. Michigan wins. Seamus Casey controls it deep in the zone. Tyler Duke just out of reach for him. Gives it to number 10, Wise of the Buckeyes. Mazzina back out to 20 for Cassidy. Just out of reach and blocked. Seamus Casey, Dylan Duke, still in the zone, kept in by number 7 of the Buckeyes. Cassidy misses that low in the zone. Out to number 5, Tyler Duke. Brindley chasing into the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Controlled by number 2 of the Buckeyes, Ethan McBrayer. Keeps it in the zone. Rucker McGrody fighting for it. Big hit, middle ice there. Number 25, Dylan Duke, showing some enforcement there. Brindley, another one at big hit.
This has been the chippiest period by far, that there's been 0 penalties.
You love to see it. Cassie fires one wide and out of play for the Wolverines, but you really do love to see the Wolverines. This is not a look we get often from them when they keep this enforcement up. They usually get tired by the third period. That's where most of their losses have come from recently, but great look for them, and I love to see it. How about yourself?
Right. No. Yeah. It's great to see them take this lead and then continue to build on it and just like and then as much of a testament is their offense scoring a lot. Their defense is just I keep saying it, but they're just doing so well tonight.
Yeah. T.J. Hughes loses the face-off there. Goes back down to the Michigan zone. Truscott, the captain, goes down there, gets it. Hallam gets it back to Hughes. Hughes has open ice. He's going to push into the offensive zone across the blue line. Gives it down low. Fight in the corner for it. Hughes is back out with the puck in control. Fantilli moves across the blue line. Loses puck. Hallam puts it into the zone. Little tap, stuck at the blue line. Hallam and Hughes, 2-on-3 here. Hughes just fires off a quick shot into the glove of Turnus. The offensive pressure has been there for the Wolverines tonight. The shot count is not where they would like it to be, but hey, if you're up 5-1, you can have a couple less shots and keep the lead.
All right, yeah. The Michigan team is spending so much time just clearing the puck away from their zone that they don't even really need to take shots. They're just killing the clock and taking good shots, even if they're few and far between.
Stopper loses that face-off. Little scrum on the circle for the Wolverines there, trying to get the puck underneath some pads. Number 24, Stephen Holtz, loses it a little bit, brings it across the ice for is Burnside. First time we called his name in a while for the Ohio State Buckeyes. He was a threat last year in both of their games, scoring 4 goals. Keeps it in by Wahlberg. Gilden misses it. Holiday keeps it in. Wolverines and Buckeyes are fighting for it across the boards right in front of the Wolverines bench. Smith goes back for it into the deep zone for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Looks like we have a penalty upcoming for Ohio State. Let's get the number on the penalty. It looks like it's going to be number 44, Theo Wahlberg. See what the call is. Little scrum in between the benches there, a little chirping back and forth. We'll see what the call is now from the head referee. 2 minutes high sticking must have been when they were back in the offensive zone on the Michigan side here. Wahlberg, been a pretty clean player overall. He's drafted by Ottawa in the 22 draft, but 6th round draft pick, has some potential on this team. He's been here around a little while and has been one of the veterans on this team. Weird to see him make a mistake late in this game.
Yeah, Ohio State does not want to be on the bad side of a power play right now.
No, that's the last thing Ohio State would want. Wolverines take control into it. Seamus Casey up at the point. Seamus Casey controls it back down low to Brindley, I believe. Goal. No goal, right? Great save by Turnus there. Lost his stick. He's just standing on top of it. Laying out for everything there. Fantastic effort by Turnus there at the goal line. Had 4 shots back to back there and definitely put up his part. Brindley going in, loses control of it back in the net, back to Rucker McGrody. Over his head. Casey at the blue line.
Yeah, big hit on Gavin Brindley right there. But
cleared out by the Buckeyes there. Number 8, Bricky. Got it out there. Barczewski played it out. Number 15, Captain Truscott is playing it out of the zone. Give it to Nazar. He has Moldenhauser and a stopper with him. Poked out by Turnus. Truscott, the captain, at the blue line, down to Ernest.
Yeah, you can see Michigan's being much more methodical on the in Ohio's zone right now because they don't need a high-powered offense right now. They just
playing
need
their game.
Yep, keep the puck away from the Buckeyes.
The point right there. Nazar shot. Stoppa tried to push that one in. We got a little bit of extracurriculars and a hand pass is called, even though it looked like it went off the glass. Got to bring it back out to center ice right at one of the points.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference between these teams on power plays is just what zone they stay in. When Ohio State is in a power play, it feels like Michigan's constantly clearing the puck and they're going back and forth. When Michigan's in power play, about 80% of the time they're in Ohio State's zone.
Yeah, it's a good observation there, and you can definitely see, I'm sure, time of possession is heavily favoring the Michigan Wolverines tonight. Ohio State's possessions can get quick shots off, but that doesn't set up a zone like they would like. Scott, the captain, takes it, gives it to Moldenhauser by the blue line. Back to Scott, right at it. LaPointe taps it in. Cleared out off the back of number 14, Mazina. Scott regains it in the Wolverines zone right in front of the net, out to Moldenhauser. Moldenhauser brings it up center ice. He has Nazar to his right, passes to him. Back to Moldenhauser. Quick shot off the face mask of the goalie for the Buckeyes. Got a little scrum down low right now. Someone trying to find the puck. 3 Buckeyes, 3 Wolverines occupied down there. We got number 20. Tries to get out. Captain Scott keeps it at the blue line. Tries to fire it back in. You got a cherry picking Wahlberg down here.
Ohio State's power play ends, and Wahlberg comes right back into.
Wahlberg tries to get it across for the point. Pletsky bringing it up. Pletsky dumps it in the zone. He has 3 Buckeyes on him. Just dumps it and gets it out of there. Third line on the ice here for the Wolverines. We got Holtz, Warren, and Ernest. Been an effective third line, one of the best in the NCAA now, especially with Ernest's goal tonight and Warren's 2 assists tonight. Big hit by the Buckeyes there, number 71, Captain Russo. Little shot down low, little poke check on 17 for the Wolverines down there. Throws one wide left of the net. Number 6, Ernest, has it down low. Big shot by Warren from the blue line. Holtz controls it, sideboards, sends it back down low. Warren gets it down low, sends it back to Ernest. Ernest shot, goal!
Oh, wow.
5-hole on Turnus. Ernest, have yourself a night.
Wow. Yeah, John Ernest is just playing amazing tonight. That was just a prayer from the neutral zone, and it just went right in. Yeah, Michigan has just come out. Less than 8 minutes left in this period. They've been dominating the period. They've been dominating the game, and they go up 6-1 with less than 8 minutes to play.
Ernest, the sophomore, undrafted free agent as of now, has not entered the draft prospect camps yet. He will be on the top of people's radar if he keeps this up. Faceoff was won by the Wolverines. Duke threw it into the zone. Controlled by the Buckeyes in their zone. Now blocked off. Dylan Duke fighting for it with his brother Tyler Duke. Brindley brings it back into the Michigan zone, slows it down a little bit. Gives it to Seamus Casey. Casey up the middle to Dylan Duke. Rucker McGordy down there. Controls it, throws it back in the middle. Almost a high stick from Dylan Duke. Throws it around the back of the net for Casey. Kept down low. Number 19, Holiday for the Buckeyes has control of it. Duke chasing, loses his stick. Holiday brings it up the middle. Takes it all the way into the Wolverines zone. Quick shot off of Casey's thigh. And sent back out of the zone, back at the Ohio State Buckeyes goaltender. Plays the puck. Throws it across, gets a little poke check there. Keeps it deep in the zone for the Buckeyes. Quick shot by Hughes, deflected out of play after a turnover.
Ohio State is just failing to produce on Michigan's half of the ice. They get down there and they're out immediately.
Looks like we're going to have our first stoppage of play under 10 minutes here for a quick timeout, but Wolverines have evened up the shots. They added 2 more in this period, and they're dominant. We can officially say they are dominant. I don't see any slowing up from this team right now, and I'll take your take on it, but this is a new Wolverines that we haven't seen this season so far, and I'm getting flashbacks to a little bit of the old Wolverines when we had most of the first-round draft picks on our team. Now we're a little bit of a mixed bag, but looks like we're playing the same exact way.
Right, no, they came out here, they started Big Ten play absolutely dominant. This was one that they clearly wanted, and barring an Ohio State miracle in the next 7 minutes, I think it's safe to say Michigan's got this one about wrapped up. But dominant performance here in Yost, which is super impressive and a super good win of the season.
Yeah. We're hoping for no miracle here as the crowd gets a little rowdy for the t-shirt toss. UMich President Santa Ono over there throwing some out to the student section, but big night for the Wolverines. They got to build on this tomorrow. I know this place might be a little less loud tomorrow as some of the student section will be over at MSU cheering on the football team, but this is a good start for the weekend. They need to win 2. They got to get back to that, at least that 5th position in the rankings, and if they win 2 against the number 13 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, it's definitely on to a good start here.
Right, yeah, Michigan's looking to assert itself as one of the best teams in the Big Ten, and win over Ohio State today, and hopefully win tomorrow will definitely help them in the standings.
Hughes and Gordon go into the zone. Buckeyes control it. Gordon in the bottom. McBrayer controls it, brings it up. Tries to find Gordon again. Hughes pokes in the zone. Moldenhauser going to go back to Hughes. No, keeping himself. High shoulder save. Controlled down low. Moldenhauser tried to get one off. Threw it in the back of the net. Tried to get one. Number 21 of the Wolverines, Jackson Halem. Controlled by Captain Truscott at this point. Thrown in the corner for Halem. Halem brings it back out. Luca Fantilli to his right. Controls it down low. Hughes down low. Back out to Fantilli. Fantilli shot. Scooped up by the Buckeyes goaltender, Turnus. You know, he may have let in 6 goals tonight, but we haven't made it easy for him. I don't think it's a complete blame on the goaltender tonight, and I think that's why he's still in the game at this point, honestly. I think overall, Ohio State has failed in their defensive zone.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Logan Turnus has not played a bad game. He's had some amazing saves, but there's only so much you can do when your defense is just getting beat on every single play.
Quick buzzer here, a warning from Estapa, who jumped a little early on the face-off against number 14, Mazina. Getting 2, Estapa's out. 2 warnings. We're going to bring it down back to the other end of the zone. Stopper getting a penalty here. Face-off violation. Jumping it a little too early. One you don't see too often at the college level. Usually they get away with a little bit of jumping early. Stopper is supposed to be the one serving the penalty, but number 22, Lapointe, goes in for him. It is a game minor, so it is all right. It's just the 2 minutes. Anyone can serve it because it falls under a team penalty. But the Wolverines will go 4 on 5, and possibly the Buckeyes can get one back here just for emotional stakes moving into tomorrow.
Yeah, Ohio State gets another chance at the power play where they've just been lacking all night.
Yeah. Stopper clears it. Back into the zone, got it out a little bit. Warren threw it deep into the zone. He's watching Gilden skating in the Wolverine zone here. Number 44, Wahlberg, after that penalty, is back on. Montez across the middle, gets tripped up. Brickley throws it in. Thiesing is offside, so they have to go back out. Montez chases now. Gilden chases into the zone. Dumped across by Warren. Warren goes off for a change along with Holtz. First line comes back out for the Wolverines. Truscott and Casey here. Ernest puts pressure on number 8 of the Buckeyes, Brickley. Montez up top. 44 Wahlberg at the point with puck control. Over to Bricky. Quick shot through the legs of Glidden. Montez out to Wahlberg. Brickley ready. Sets, fires wide right off a stick, I believe. Wahlberg controlling at the top. Nazar being careful not to chase out too far. Thiesing, Bricky can't control it. Good glove by Barczewski.
Even though they didn't come away with anything there, Ohio State did a much better job trying to create a play rather than just taking a wild shot. They were able to stay in Michigan's zone and move the puck a lot before play inevitably stopped.
That's the slowest we've seen the Buckeyes today take the offensive zone. Looked well controlled and maintained there.
They're going to get another shot here with the face-off in Wolverine territory.
Yeah. Wolverines won, but Buckeyes put pressure on it. Holiday, Burnside in there for the Buckeyes, putting pressure, trying to keep it in the zone. Big cross-check there by Warren. Shifsky, one-on-one, trying to bring it across the zone, has Warren trying to catch up with him. Just doesn't have the speed. Gets taken away by number 93 of the Buckeyes. Brings it across 93, Carfagna. Brings it over to Holiday. He's all alone by the point. Brings it down low. They're dangerous down low. Keep him up top. Carfagna from the point. Holiday. Back to Carfagna. Going down low. Johnson tried to get a slap shot off one time, but didn't. Holiday got it. Deflected wide right of the goal off Casey. Michigan is back to full strength. LaPointe coming from behind. Had a little influence on that shot. LaPointe trying to throw it up for Shifsky. Shifsky up there, 1-on-2. Dumps it in, gets a line change for both sides.
Yeah, Ohio State looks to finally have found some offensive rhythm, but it seems like it's too little too late.
Yeah, Ryan Gordon brings it into the zone, tries to dump around Tyler Duke. Does. Gets it back. Tyler Duke throws it around. Estapa over to LaPointe. Throws it down. Draper going to try to beat off the ice, and never mind. Turnus comes and plays it way out of the zone. Going to fire it back. Estapa trying to get another one this season. Fires it high and left. Holtz at the blue point. Over to Warren. Got tipped. Dunlap had a little bit of a breakaway and got stopped by Warren and Holtz. Holtz back, has it again. Going to throw it in the zone. Give a couple guys a change here. Estapa chases. It is icing. Thought Holtz got a little bit of a cross the red line there, but he did not. So icing on the Wolverines. Buckeyes get a fresh line here. I believe second line coming out for them. But 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third period. Take a miracle for the Buckeyes here, and they got to start firing off shots like nobody's business. We'll see if they pull a goalie at some point or if they just accept defeat and move on to tomorrow.
Yeah, at this point they're just playing for their pride, it seems like. But you know, I've seen crazier things.
Zena takes the face-off against Estapa. Estapa wins. LaPointe brings it up. Just gets it out of the Michigan zone. Another tap by Hughes over there. Apologize, that was Draper over there. Buckeyes stowed into the zone, wasting a little bit of more of their own precious time. Barczewski plays it 2 out. Off the crossbar. Smith almost had himself a goal there for the Buckeyes there. They went off sides afterwards. Warren brings it up. All plated into the zone for the Wolverines. They'll scrum in the quarter. Wolverines take it. Nail him up at top. Luca Fantilli. Played out. Captain Truscott kept it there. Cassidy for the Buckeyes plays it in. Number 20, the assistant captain, having himself a year last year. Zena plays it at the top for the Buckeyes. Back to Mazzina. Wahlberg looking up top, threatening. Mazzina across over to number 9. Little right of Hughes and where he wanted to be for that one-timer. TJ Hughes now for the Wolverine brings it up the ice. Fantilli with him. Fantilli goes low. Hughes loses it. And 29 for the Buckeyes. Gordon bringing it up the ice. Dunlap has it in the zone. Fighting against the Wolverines here. Wolverines are just trying to keep it out and kill this time off. Earnesty putting a little tricks on going towards the net. Got it knocked away. Last second poke check there by the Buckeyes. Nazar looking for one here. Trying to add it on. Trying to do some stick work there. Gets poked away. Kind of thrown on the ice. Gordon throws it down. Kind of a bad flip there. Bernstein. Warren plays it. Holtz is down there. Nazar plays it at middle ice. 1 minute left in the third period here, and the Buckeyes don't look like they're doing much.
No, as time winds down, looks like these two teams are just passing the puck back and forth.
Yeah, Michigan's third line out there. Big shot here from Draper. He's trying to add to it. The hometown kid drafted to the Red Wings. Casey throws it on net.
Wow.
And the tip from Draper, right as we mentioned his name.
Just as I was saying that they weren't really playing anymore. Michigan adds to their commanding victory with another goal.
Draper, big one there for the kid. Kid from West Bloomfield, drafted by the Red Wings, following his father's footsteps. He's definitely been an impact player here, and he's definitely had a big season last year, and he's going to come up to a big season this year. Great stick tip there, right in the middle of ice. We got 45 seconds left here. 7-1 game. Michigan leads.
This is the third goal period of the game for Michigan in their third of the season.
See it, Draper gets a little stick on it, so it's not going to be icing as it's put down. LaPointe chases Turnus. Draper has it against the boards, wasting some time, 22 seconds. Out of play off a stick of LaPointe. The Buckeyes will take it. Face off just out of their zone or just in their zone? That would be the call. Looks like just out for almost an offsides.
Crowd's starting to amp up here as this game winds to a close with 19 seconds left to play.
Yeah, sold out crowd here tonight at Yost. Has 16 more seconds worth of hockey tonight before they come back tomorrow night. And they love to see this rivalry game. It's always great. Almost offsides there for Wise. Gives it to number 14, Mazina, and deep in the Wolverines zone. Trying to get one last effort. Earnesty clears it, and that's the game for the Michigan Wolverines. Big win here to open up the Big Ten championship season, hopefully. Wolverines and Barczewski get the win. 7-1 is the final score. Buckeyes and Wolverines will play again tomorrow night for the second game of the series. James, what's some final thoughts here on how the Wolverines came out and faced a rival here?
Well, the Buckeyes just got absolutely routed. After a competitive first period, it was all Michigan. Periods 2 and 3, both 3 scores from the Wolverines, which is just, this is obviously their best game of the season. They moved to 3-2, while the Buckeyes fall to 2-1-1, Michigan handing them their first loss of the season. And you couldn't have drawn it much better for the opening the Big Ten play for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and the Wolverines here are giving their crowd a little bit of cheers and thanking the student section here. This means something for this team because they've kind of been written off at the start of the season at 5th rank and come back, beat out a 13 like this after some kind of touch-and-go series, splitting the series against Providence and UMass. This team's going to come back tomorrow and look for some blood as well, I have a feeling. And Tyler Duke and Dylan Duke are the stories of what should be tomorrow's game. It's going to be another revenge series for those guys. They've been hearing it all since the off-season trades.
But yeah, absolutely phenomenal performances today from John Earnesty and Jake Barczewski.
Yeah, old team performance here, but that's going to wrap things up for myself, Edmond, Olejniczak, Jake Singer, and James Mazina. It's a big night for the Wolverines. And final is 7-1 here, and we will see you guys tomorrow night for both on WCBN Sports YouTube for hockey and football. Have a good one.